Hi guys. So I got a new deck just the other day and it is so beautiful. Isis Oracle. Okay. So I hope you can't hear my stomach growling because I just realized it started growling right before I started. So that's okay. I'll eat here afterwards. Yes. I started looking at these the other day and they are so beautiful. And it's actually from the same company that I usually get a lot of my tarot cards from, I realized, which is really funny. So we're going to find out what the energy is saying and kind of go from there, you know? So, what does the collective need to know for today? What does the collective need to know for today? Here we go. Okay, what does the collective need to know for today? What does the collective need to know for today? What would spirit guides like to say to the collective today? What would the spirit guides like to say to the collective today? What would the spirit guides like to say to the collective today? What would the spirits like to say? There we go. Let's go ahead and do ooh. Dang. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you. Stay true and be in your power. Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority. So, stay true and be in your power. That is a big one. That is a huge one. Okay. Talisman of Potency, charging sacred objects of power. That's a... Okay. So stay true and be in your power, and you have a very potent power. A very strong power. And Portal of Light. She glides on wings through time and space. So, from what I'm getting so far just by looking at the cards, if you stay true and be in your power, which is very strong, it will help guide you into the portal of light. So right now, with the way things are going, how we are transitioning into a new chapter of our stories, it is very important to stay true, stay consistent and true, to be rooted in your very potent power, your strong power. So, this is interesting. I am not going to read the whole entire thing because some of these are really, really long. And yeah, I'm like, I really would love to read the whole thing, but at the same time, I'm not going to make this a very long read. Okay. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being. Ooh. I'm going to kind of skim and see which words pop out the most. We hold great dominion, spiritual authority, and freedom to be the sovereign ruler of our own self. Ooh. This does not mean that we have to control life or others or even the environment around us. But it does give us complete and utter choice to become as spiritually awake, free, and self-determined as we wish to be, as well as providing us with complete choice as to what our values and actions will be this lifetime. There are many voices that will test you on this journey, from illusionary shackles of fear, loss, or abandonment that may hold you back or tempt you into giving your power away to others. You shall awaken from the testing into the realization of spiritual independence within. That actually goes hand in hand with what I've been feeling and what I've been experiencing myself. That right now is a huge test. We are being tested, but like it says right here on the next page, of course there's more to spiritual authority than just recognizing that it lies within you. Because what we have internally, we are projecting outwardly. And so we are testing ourselves in a way to make sure that we're ready to move on to the next step. The next chapter. That the entire, this month is a giant test. That's what Mercury retrograde, this is just my belief. Mercury retrograde is a giant test every time it comes around to see, have we learned our lessons? Have we forgiven? Have we let go? Have we moved on? Does that trigger still trigger you? Kind of things. And sometimes just to see how you react to a memory in itself. So right now this month, because all of this month is really pretty much Mercury retrograde, it's just like a giant end of year test. Like back in school, the end of the whole school year, this is like the testing time. That's what this is spiritually as well. Like, this is like, okay, have you really moved on? Have you really let go? Have you done all that? And, staying true in that belief that you have, or staying true in how you are ready to move on, to not let the triggers trigger you, to actually embrace those triggers and know that you have a choice. Okay. You have a choice. That's what it boils down to. You have a choice. And please excuse the fact that it's allergy season, so I might have to take a sip of tea just to clear my throat, because it's not good to clear your throat or to cough. It actually it actually damages, but not really like damages too terribly bad, but it's not good for your throat is what I've learned. So drinking something or massaging your neck helps. Just throwing that out there. I don't know if anybody needed to know that, but just throwing that out there for those that are working on their throat chakras. Okay, here's something. This is not about achieving a certain outcome or attempting to control something or someone or even forcing things to be as you wish they could be. Standing your ground means always telling yourself the truth and not selling out or giving away something that has genuine spiritual truth and meaning for you. It is not about making another see things the same way. It is about honoring your own truth, and if your truth is wise enough to include compassion, then honoring the other, even when the other disagrees with you or seeks to harm you out of their own fear. Ooh, thank you, Spirit, for that. You do not have to honor another in order to honor your truths and inner authority. If you feel that another has to agree with you in order for your authority to be intact, then it isn't genuine inner authority at all. The fact that you don't need to have the agreement of others in order to live an empowered life can be a liberating realization. Oh, this is really good. Yet there are times when life can feel like an assault against your truths, with many challenging you. For those souls who have come to master spiritual authority this lifetime, there is a test. To remain true without becoming dogmatic, to honor what you know is true without minimizing, judging, or dismissing the truths of another that are different to yours, but just as true for them. Yes. Honor your spiritual sovereignty. Let the Lady Isis help you find your spiritual authority and freedom of choice now. That just goes so hand in hand with what I was saying in that we are being tested. Can you stand in your sovereign truth and not try to convince or try to explain or even try to defend what you are saying? But at the same time, if somebody else says something differently or believes something differently, can you accept that? Can you hold space for that person? And then we get like one step further. If that other person seeks to challenge or argue or any of that stuff, can you actually stay calm, stay peaceful, and know that that person, that's their belief. It's not up to you. It's not your job to convince someone. It's not your job to explain. It's just your job to know that that is your truth. And that's it. That is exactly a lot of the downloads that I've been getting lately about not caring what other people think. And I mean that goes all around. Everybody, is working on, not worrying about what others think, but to the context of It doesn't matter if other people are bad-mouthing you, if other people are telling lies on you. That's their belief. And it's as real can be to them. Doesn't mean it is true to you. So, really, I love the part where it says not selling out or giving away something that has genuine spiritual truth and meaning for you. When it says stand your ground, it doesn't mean like you stand up and fight. It's saying to not back down from what you believe in. And sometimes standing your ground means just walking away. You don't have to argue. You don't have to have the last word. You can say your piece and just walk away. And that is enough. You can say no and just walk away. And that's enough. It's all a choice. Really and truly. Everything. If you boil anything and everything down, it is a choice. And you have the choice on what you choose to do. But that's where it's interesting, because it says like not expecting anything, not pushing to gain anything, just allowing things to be as they are, not trying to control it, just letting it. That's very beautiful. Okay, let's go to Talisman of Potency. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, and learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to the earth too. Which is interesting because, you know, we use crystals, and I myself, have mine as well. This one is an opal that I'm helping with my throat chakra. And so that's interesting because of the fact that, using other sacred objects, that would be okay. I'm intrigued on what all can be sacred objects. It's going to go ahead and explain, so let's see. You are guided to cleanse and charge sacred objects to empower your energy field and accomplish your spiritual mission now. These objects might be a wand, a chalice or sword, a bowl, or even a special tile with an image that you love, a statue, cloth with a beautiful design, a natural crystal or a black mirror, or a rock, shell, or feather you found waiting for you whilst out in nature one day. If finding a gift in nature, it is wise to ask the spirit of the earth if the item in question is intended for your healing work, and if you feel it is, then of course receive it with gratitude. If not, bless it and move on. That's good to know. I never thought about that part. This oracle is seeking to draw your awareness to your special ability to work with material objects to awaken spiritual light within them. The material world is filled with light, and our loving attention can help awaken the light within. Let me say that one again. The material world is filled with light, and our loving attention can help awaken that light within form. I think it's supposed to be the other way around. I was like, wait a minute. To awaken that light form within. That sounds so much better. In the same way that someone seeing the best in you, knowing what you are truly capable of, can help you reach your dreams and become that self more fully, so too can holding an awareness just like that, just that just like our bodies, the material world holds its own light and benefits from love, attention, and care. This is the loving art of integrating spirit into matter, and it is part of your spiritual potency and healing gift to be able to love the physical world as an element of your spiritual journey. Objects become talismans when they are cleansed, dedicated, and charged with sacred intent. This is consecration, or the rendering of something into sacredness. Okay. This is a way to heal any difficult relationship that you may have with your mother, your body, eating and food, or with financial or physical security. It can also include difficulties in bringing your ideas into physical form, living your path in a practical and material way, and any other issues that stem from a wounded relationship to matter, somehow seeing it as less than spirit. Okay. It starts with the honoring of light and matter, the sacredness of the material world. If you have been considering working with crystals for healing, or tarot cards or physical tools for spiritual growth, you are encouraged to do so by the Oracle of Talismans of Potency. They will help you grow and empower you. So, this oracle encourages you to do so using breath, salt, moonlight, or sound, as you so choose. So, cleansing with love and intention to dissipate negative energy is a way to care for the material world, helping awaken the light within. Ooh. So if anybody out there, if you have been considering building sacred jewelry, or purchasing a crystal or other healing tool, you're being encouraged to do so. There's an incantation on this one that if you would like to use it, it says, I mean, you can use any blessing that you would like. That's up to you. I'm being guided not to share this one for some reason. I'm gonna listen. But Talisman of Potency. Pretty much creating objects that are an extension of you, to help with your healing, to help you stand more in your power. I mean, even just if you are choosing to sell it, if need be, but it's more along the lines of like using the Talisman of Potency to whatever object you choose. It's connecting you to Mother Earth, where it's your power and Mother Earth connected together, and you can even use this, like it was saying, for money or for like any objects, like whatever it may be. If you have some food, which makes me think about how when we used to, I'm not sure if anybody really does anymore. If you do, let me know. people would bless their food before they ate it. And were thankful for the nourishment of it. So it just kind of like adds into that one, being grateful for the food that you are eating and blessing it. Changes how you view the food. That really changes how you view food. I can't even talk. Thank you, Mercury. That changes how you view food. Because instead of looking at it, oh, I've got to eat this, I got to hurry, I'm on the go, I got to go. And instead taking the time to be grateful for what that food is doing for your body is so beneficial, because it's changing your mind frame, like your mindset, mind frame, whatever, your mindset on how you see the food. And it's also blessing it, giving thanks, and it's creating more nourishment for your body. Same with even for water. Being grateful for the water that you're drinking instead of like, oh, I've got to chug all of this water. Oh, like I hate water. Do you know what we're telling ourselves, let alone the water, whenever we drink it, if we hate it? Like there's so many cool studies. I love this stuff. I'm so geeky. How what we project, even thinking towards our water, the type of crystals that it creates based upon even just thoughts, and how it can, like, if you negative energy creates negative crystals, like distorted, and positive energy creates beautiful crystals. So if you're telling water, I hate you, you're telling yourself pretty much that you hate yourself, because you're 70% water. So make sense of that. That's amazing. That, charging sacred objects. Heck, charge your water cup. Charge your plate. I don't know. I feel like this one would be a fun one to like toy around with, like, let's see what we can create. Let's see what we can charge up and use for a positive way. Like, do you really think that it would make a difference if you charged up your fork or your spoon, or like your workout equipment? Of course, like crystals and tarot decks and stuff like that. That's interesting. That I mean, we see so many people using tarot decks already, so but it's just interesting to think about other objects, different ones. Okay, do whatever comes to you for that one. I would love to hear in the comments anybody that what you have charged with your power. Like, I'm curious. I'm definitely curious about that one now. Okay, portal of light. Portal of light. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are being conscious on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space, and to allow your sense of self to expand. It is safe for you to do this now. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You are not leaving your earthly awareness. You are instead adding to it. Oof. Dang. Okay. So, these are growing pains. What we're going through we're growing, and it says you are growing in power and awareness. So we are growing in power and awareness. So realize that you're not going to become ungrounded. You're just expanding. You're just getting taller, spiritually taller. Okay. You have had breakthrough insights where you realize that you are not who you thought you were. You are, in fact, a much vaster being. Sometimes this was shocking and uncomfortable and difficult to accept. At other times, it was gentle and made such sense to you. You are learning to integrate this awareness of your vast self into your life. The practical consequences of doing so are extraordinary. To live with less and less fear and insecurity, to become more detached and more passionate, more loving and less demanding, to need less and receive more, to feel more joy and exert less force to attain it. Such wonderful gifts await you. Dang, this is exactly what I've been feeling this entire week. I have been letting go of the fear and insecurity, and becoming more detached from so many things, even my story, even who I once was feels so much less now. It feels like another lifetime. That's how far detached I have been becoming. I have been a lot more passionate and more loving, and yes, less demanding on myself, especially. The needing less. I feel a lot. I've changed my need. Like I would say I need to do this or I need to do that, into I want to, or I'm blessed to, or just I am going to, like it's more along the lines of changing even just the words. I don't feel like I need anything. I feel it's even better in the fact that I don't feel like I need anything to fill the void, because there's no void there. It was an illusion that I felt like I had to fill, and no relationship, no food, no substance, nothing is going to fill that, because it's not empty. It's a very crazy feeling to be in this place, for me especially. I struggled with addictions for, I'm 38 now, so for 38 years, pretty much, I would say. So I'm coming up 3 years clean in June, from all of the hard drugs, and then in November will be my 3 years from alcohol, and I don't want it. Like it's a very crazy feeling to say no, and not with a forceful no, not with a I don't know, no, like not a hesitant, I'm not sure no, with a strong and solid no, I'm good, but thank you. I've actually done that recently. I had a passenger. I drive for a rideshare program, and I had a passenger that offered to get me something when he went into his he went to go pick up some weed from, I can't think of the name right now. It's escaping me. Shows how much I actually am involved in that world. I forget what they're called, but they're the distribution places that you can go and buy it legally. But yeah, that was one of the stops that he was going to before heading off to his other location, and he offered it up. Can I get you anything? And I was just like, no, I'm good, but thank you. And it wasn't even a thought. It wasn't even like a, what should I say? It was just an instant reaction. Like when he asked, I said it, and I surprised myself. Like while I was waiting, I was going, I just said that. I just said that without even thinking. I said it. That's amazing. That is so amazing. And it was so crazy because it was just like, I am so proud of myself for getting to this place where I can say that and know I mean it, and not feel bad, not be worried, none of it. Just feel great about it and be okay with it. And it was a great feeling, because I easily could have, but I didn't want it. So sorry to go off in that direction, but just saying that, yeah, at other times, okay, so sometimes this was shocking and uncomfortable and difficult to accept. At other times, it was gentle and made much sense to you. You are learning to integrate this awareness of your vast self into your life. The practical consequences of doing so are extraordinary. To live with less and less fear and insecurity. Oh, I already read all of this. Tells you how. Okay. You also become capable of exerting healing influence beyond time and space, which means being able to help free yourself and others if you choose to share your healing gifts. Oof. You can learn to create freedom from trauma, attachment, history, and any other situation that may drain life force and distract from divine love, no matter whether occurring in this or any other lifetime. Ooh. That just made me think about the fact that many people that have been here so many lifetimes, multiple lifetimes, are right now in the process, still in the process, because it's going on for a while, of healing past life trauma as well. And I personally am experiencing that in certain ways. Doing the things that scare you. Thank you, guys. Doing the things that are uncomfortable, that are linked to past lives. So being seen and being heard, because maybe in a past life you were a witch and you were burned at the stake. To actually get the courage up to get on here and do something, or just anything, to speak up in front of people, to, give a speech, or whatever it may be. I'm not telling you what you need to do, but you'll know. For other people, and I don't know if anybody needs to hear this, but I'm being drawn to talking about one of my past lives was on the Titanic. And I know that I've got a lot of past lives that I'm having to work through. But it's doing the things that you really don't want to do. Let's say, so for me, my past life on the Titanic, ice baths. Like, I can take a slightly chilled shower, no problem. That's okay. After I've had hot water, I can slowly like ease into it. But for me, an ice bath is so uncomfortable because for me, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like I feel like I'm going to die because of that past life. So I slowly am like integrating them in, and I'm slowly, working through the cold water, and I'm trying to take more cold showers and stuff like that. And I hate saying I'm trying, but I am taking more cold showers, stuff like that, because it's letting go of that fear, and it's like working through that past life trauma. So there's something that feels like an irrational fear or something like that, try and work through it, because there's something beautiful on the other side that I feel like you're gonna see. Let's see. Isis guides you to powers and abilities to heal that are beyond time and space. It starts with the realization that what has happened in the past has power over you only to the extent that you allow it. It goes hand in hand with our triggers that we were talking about earlier, and stay true and be in your power. The portal of light is being open to you now to travel through time and space, to realize the past, to open up to a future bright, and to call for more power in the present moment. Once you have done this for yourself, if you're guided into the healing path, then you can share this with others. Be guided by the loving blessings of Isis to assist you in the sacred interdimensional travel now for healing and understanding, more growth and peace. Okay. Expect things to become lighter, freer, and faster moving in your life, even perhaps whilst you appear to be more surrendered and more peaceful within yourself. That's actually very beautiful, because of the fact that it's perfect for realizing that the more you surrender, the more you let go, the more that you put into becoming, the more that you put into working through those things, the quicker things are going to move. Interesting. And you can choose. It's a choice. It's a choice completely. You can choose to help others, which, whatever it may be. Helping others is, I feel like personally, is nothing greater. I love working for the Ride Share program because of the fact that it gives me a chance to help other people. Whatever they need me in that moment to be, I can be someone to listen to, someone that they don't want to talk to. If somebody needs, to talk something out and work through, and maybe I have some knowledge that they could use. Great. I'm here. That's the joys of this job, is that I can spread my wisdom if it's asked for in that moment. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to go with those. Ether, the seamless, unspeakable, and stepping through. Oh, no, I feel like maybe that. Sorry. Ether. Let's go ahead. Just from that one alone, it's like being in the void, I feel like. Yep. I just love, because 0 point field, the void, blank canvas, threshold, anything is possible, time to choose what you want to bring into your life, endless possibilities, limitless paradox. Okay, so this is what I've been feeling for the past week, maybe like week and a half. I see that we're in like this void, this time, this like area of where there are so many different directions you can go, and it's up to you to choose which direction you want to go, but you have to make a choice. I've been drawn to trees recently that are like split, you know, and going 2 different directions, that have been pretty much showing me that there are 2 paths to choose. Like, not really 2 paths, like in a say, but it's like there are choices, multiple choices. And it's time to make that choice and realize that no choice is a wrong choice, because you'll always be guided back to your spiritual path, no matter what. The divine, your guides, everybody will veer you back onto your path, no matter if you get distracted or you veer into a different direction. You're going in that direction just because you need to learn something in that moment. You're either going down the intended path, or you might veer a little bit, and then you'll get course corrected. Kind of like, you know, the Tesla cars, where they will like self-drive, you know. It's kind of like that, you know. You're going to get back on your path no matter what. No matter what. So don't worry about which path to choose. Just head down a path. Make a choice. Make a choice and just go all in. Like, not like, I don't know if I can do this, or I'm going to try, or no, just straight in. Like, put all your chips in, be like, we're going for it. So, this is, it's a very powerful area to be in. Yes, this illuminated space of no distraction and pure potential is beyond the threshold. It is the silent, meditative moment out of time, the centered and present place beyond the hustle of the mind and outside world. It is where all dreams are birthed, and it is the light we may fear to be darkness when, just for one moment, everything ceases to exist. This is the place between worlds, the womb before we incarnate, and from here we can choose where we go. Oh, this is so perfect for right now. The land has been tilled in readiness for the flowers we wish to seed. Outdated doors have been closed, and in the space between the breaths, we open the new ones. The theme for this is too elusive and mysterious to define, a knowing without words, the spaces in between, life force energy. This is where we are it's time. It is time to plant the seeds. It is time to make the choices and start taking the steps to make the actions. If that makes sense, what I just said. It is writing down all of the things that we need to do, or not need to do, sorry, force a habit. It is writing down all the things that we choose to do for this next phase, because this is spring. This is where we are planting all of the seeds. And if your mind is completely cleansed and clear, that stay true and be in your power and the talisman, like, if we've got these things together, we can plant the seeds of what we're going to do. We're going to go and start a Reiki business, or go and start doing tarot online, or go and start creating jewelry and selling it, or to start your own podcast, or to, helping others heal, to start your a Facebook or Instagram or whatever, helping others through whatever situation you may have gone through. If you are going to actually choose to do those things, it is time to start planting the seeds of like, okay, I need this equipment. I want to have this equipment, or not even any equipment at all. A lot of people don't need equipment. You can start with a phone. Or just even the fact that you're going to start creating jewelry. Well, what supplies are going to be required for that? What is it all that is important to take the right steps in the right direction? It's planning and preparation and all of that. So this is that time. This is the time to plan and prep and get ready for what's coming next. Because it's going to be some hard work. It's going to be hard work. I mean, even just in relationships, alone, like friendships and stuff like that, if you are looking to make new friends or stuff like that, what kind of person do you need to be to like bring those people in? So it's really taking a good look at who you are as a person and being true to yourself and stepping in. It's that, which goes right through, or not right. I am seriously. It goes right into stepping through. And I'm going to do that again. Because, stepping through, follow your heart, dream big, stepping through something that has been holding you back, the threshold, starting new projects, self-belief, it is all possible, the road less traveled, trust. Okay. Step in and step up all those dreams or projects you have been putting off. Now's the time to start, even if it's just one small element or the bigger picture. Although, just do it has been coined by a commercial brand, it is one of my fundamental mantras, which I agree. One of mine too. We will always have myriad reasons why today isn't the day, but remember, opportunity dances with those already on the dance floor. I like that one. When you start something, talk about it. Take consistent steps to actualize it, and you will see it take on a momentum of its own. The right people, places, and opportunities will magnetize, and it will start to come together. Don't be afraid to fail. The success we see around us has come from perseverance. Falling and getting back up again is part of the journey. Focus your energies and commit to seeing your vision become a reality. You are human, so set reasonable expectations and know that when you apply yourself, you can make amazing things happen. Building a dream can seem overwhelming, but if you break it down and make a plan, you will gracefully find a way through, which is exactly what I was just talking about earlier. Love whenever I do that. Actually, still to this day, like, it still surprises me sometimes, like, when I do that stuff. I'm like, Spirit, I love you. I love you. But like I was saying, just stepping through, taking baby steps. It's, like baby steps. As long as you are taking baby steps consistently, you're doing something. You could do like 5 push-ups a day, and that is still something. You could be eating consistently more greens, and that is still something. It doesn't have to be big, as long as you, and it's okay if you fall off the wagon, or if you try to create jewelry and it doesn't turn out the first time. It's okay. It's learning lessons. If you finally make the jewelry and you're getting ready to sell it and the first place says no, it's okay. Try a new place. It's about learning, because be grateful for failure. Failure is not a bad word. Failure is not an F word. It's not. Failing is actually fun. I know that sounds crazy, but failing is actually fun because it's a whole different perspective that you get to choose on what you do next. Like, it's a chance to change and play, and yes, I like failing. I have a lot of failures, but I don't see them as a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. Whatever you are aiming to achieve, there are people out there with the tools, skills, and energy you may be missing. Look at the bigger picture and delegate. A mentor, people on a similar journey, or an accountability buddy can be wonderful supporters and allies. Ooh. The time is now. No more excuses or tomorrows. Whatever you've been putting off, the universe is now pushing you to make it happen. You may feel a little outside your comfort zone, but that is where the magic happens. Take a leap, combine your intuition with a plan of action, break it down and trust the puzzle will come together, piece by piece, through the courageous act of making a start. So, seriously, step through. Take that action. It doesn't matter if that action doesn't work out. Take another action. And the same thing is, this is all speaking to me too. So I'm not exempt from any of this. Like, this is going on with me as well. So I love that. Oh, okay. So we're going to have two. The universe is telling us sorry. The universe has my back. The universe has my back. Say that out loud. The universe has my back. The universe has my back. Doesn't matter when you're making these steps, when you're stepping through, when you're taking action, when you're failing. If you fail, the universe has my back. The universe has my back. And this one made me laugh. I'm sorry. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. And this goes hand in hand with something that I had a conversation with a passenger the other day, is, unanswered prayers, that whole thing. Because we sometimes don't know what we need or what we want. Like, sometimes we don't even know. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate you. Just let go of what you think you need and allow the universe to surprise you with what it's going to give you. It's whole hand in hand with surrender. So just remember, the universe has my back. And I want to tell everybody I love you and thank you for watching. And go out and do you. I'm so proud, and I'm excited for this energy. Like, go get them. Go get them. Seriously. Have a beautiful, blessed day, guys. Love you.